Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners. Best Cord Cutting TV, Before It's Tax Preparation, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Casa Samtonieta Ingielapa, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, John Boutique Hotel and Co-work, Monzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Owners Reps Puerto Vallarta, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. Happy Thursday, says Doug Baldrige. I say happy Thursday, too. Today is Thursday, October 9th. The storm is gone. The crazy is gone. The waves are still a little crazy. But for the most part, Puerto Vallarta is back to normal. We'll talk about that in a second in the news. But I am happy to be here, and I hope you're happy to be here. I hope you've prepared your favorite beverage. For me, it's still iced coffee. I have had my occasional warm coffee, but it's still schwitzy out there. But soon enough, it'll be nice and cool, and the humidity will go away, and it'll be time to get into fall mode. Well, I mean, I'm already in fall mode, and I'm sure some of you are as well. I was having a conversation yesterday with one of my interviewees at the Spotlight, and I was saying how you can feel it. You can feel it in the air, how the fall is upon us. So some of you may be making plans to come to Puerto Vallarta. Some of you may be making plans to bring in upgrades and new services and products to your businesses. I'm so itching to hear about all of it. And of course, I'm itching for today's presentation. Betsy, it's great to see you. I have learned so much about Benny Anderson through putting together this presentation. And this is what makes me happy about doing the research for the music. So if you don't know what today's presentation is, we'll show the trailer for the last time. But first, as usual, let us go through our headlines. If you have anything important to share as a comment, feel free to add a capital letter Q so we won't miss it. And of course, if you are watching live for the first time, hello, feel free to send us a capital letter N as in new in your comment, and we'll give you a lovely free welcome message. And see, I laughed. I made myself want to cough. Hold on just a second. Oh, that was lovely. Let's give this a go. So, as you know, Priscilla, Hurricane Priscilla came and went, and now the National Civil Protection Coordination Service has reported that Priscilla has ceased to be a hurricane and is now a tropical storm in the Pacific Ocean. However, it continues to pose risks due to heavy rains, strong wind gusts, and high waves in Baja California Sur and other states in northwestern Mexico. But it is out of reach for us here in Puerto Vallarta. And of course, after remaining in permanent session and once weather conditions improve, the command post installed in response to Hurricane Priscilla was removed. This was announced around 8 p.m. last night by the Jalisco Civil Protection Service by way of social media. Of course, the waves are still a little crazy, and thanks to our dear friend Logan, who commutes on his bicycle to work every day, we have this video from this morning. As you can see, the waves continue to be, oh, why is it not showing in big? Maybe because it was small resolution. I am sorry that I cannot show you this video in a larger format. It just shrunk on me. How bizarre. Well, it is a short video, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. But as you can see, the waves are still a little chunky. So hopefully you will continue to show precaution if you choose to get close to the Malecón. And needless to say, you don't want to go swimming yet. In other news, the Amapa Neighborhood Association is rallying its community for its monthly cleanup effort scheduled this Saturday, October 11 at 9 a.m. This month's event is particularly vital as residents will focus on restoring the lower Amapas area following the high waves that we were just talking about. Congratulations on for everything that Amapas Neighborhood Association brings to the table and making not only that neighborhood but surrounding areas much better for all of us. And of course, during his first State of the City address, Mayor Luis Munguia officially announced the start of renovation work on the Malecón with the My Malecón Reborn project following the impact of Hurricane Priscilla on the area. It's a good thing that they were already planning on doing this because now the Malecón really needs it. But in addition, the expansion that had been planned for the northern section of the Malecón from 31 de Octubre Street to Argentina Street at Avenida Mexico will commence, and this new section will allow the Malecón to begin at Hidalgo Park. The extension is scheduled to be completed by December, and that's what the news says. That seems like a really fast project, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, as you know, October is breast cancer awareness month in Mexico. Well, all over the world, I think. And in Mexico, it is known as Pink October. And lady friends may be wondering how much a mammogram is going to set you back here in Mexico. Well, the Federal Consumer Support Bureau has released a report which provides valuable information, providing comparative prices from several well-known laboratories. You may want to take a look at this, and maybe you live here year-round, maybe you're here on vacation, but maybe this is something that you want to gift yourself as a preventive measure. And last, in our first block of news, Mexico President Claudia Sheinbaum presented Plan Mexico and its development objectives to business leaders and members of the World Economic Forum. At the meeting held at the Palacio Nacional, business people from 17 countries were present. She explained that Plan Mexico seeks to strengthen the domestic market and wages, as well as public and private investment, increase food and energy sovereignty and domestic production, while reducing imports from countries with which there is no trade agreement. All I can say is how wonderful it is to see our president networking and connecting with existing or current allies as well as with new ones. This makes me very happy, and it should make us all very happy. Let us take a quick look at the weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. Oh, the weather forecast says, frack you clouds, we want the sun. Well, the good news is that the sun is out, although it seems to be covered slightly by clouds. It is 29 degrees right now. Humidity is at 73%. And our weather forecast tells us that today we can expect overcast skies in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 40%, a high of 32, and a low of 24. And tomorrow, Friday, rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 72%, a high of 31, and a low of 25. And then Saturday, rain in the morning with thunderstorms in the afternoon, a chance of rain of 92%, a wet weekend, it seems, a high of 31, and a low of 24. Moving right along with our headlines, let me see what's next in store. Oh, this is so incredibly important, but I had to share anyway. My doctor, Simi, went to the Vatican. That's right. Pope Leo the 14th, yes, the 14th, received a stuffed Dr. Simi, the popular image of the Mexican pharmacy chain, Farmacias Similares, surprising attendees and the media. The presentation um, was captured on video and shared on social media, generating both humorous and critical comments. Who would criticize my doctor, Simi? I wonder. Well, we will defend Dr. Simi if necessary. And of course, my much chatted Pam Thompson interview is up and available to watch on YouTube. We chose not to bring it to the broadcast because it is as long as any one of these broadcasts. As you know, Pam is our most invaluable medical community go-between. She has been doing this for over 3 decades here in Puerto Vallarta. But rather than talking much about trends and options available in healthcare, or what can we expect in the future, or this, that, and the other, I really wanted to start by focusing on my friend Pam, who has been tirelessly providing this service and creating nurturing connections with the local medical community for such a long time. And of course, I hope you will watch the interview, but more importantly, if medical matters matter to you, I hope that you will put enough comments either here or in the video itself, which will be available in the show notes, so that we can bring Pamela back, maybe even on a regular basis. I think our well-being, both mental, spiritual, and emotional, is so important. So I hope you will watch the interview and see what Pam brings to the table and share your comments with me at a later date. I was happy to hear from our friends from Hecho a Mano, who are presenting another pop-up art show on Saturday, November 8th at a place called Green Place on Honduras Street in Cinco de Diciembre. I'll provide you the information for this event, where you can purchase handcrafted items made by local artists. And I understand this is going to be a Day of the Dead edition, so this should be a lot of fun. And if you enjoy a cold beer, the Brewmasters Beer Festival is returning for its 8th edition, bringing a delightful mix of flavors, music, and family-friendly fun to a brand new location. This year's event will take place at Parota Park, right next to the Puerto de Luna Hotel in the Puerto Vallarta Hotel Zone. It's going to happen on November 15 and 16, a great opportunity to sample all kinds of craft beers. I'll try to be there. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I do believe that, oh, one more thing, just as a housekeeping, I was at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Co-work yesterday recording interviews for the Spotlight, which I will be editing over the weekend, and I am happy to see that Day of the Dead tickets are moving for both dates. As you know, we added a second date on Wednesday, October 29, which is one day before the original date. So there are still tickets available for both presentations. If you want to go ahead and get your tickets, you can do so at any time at the front desk of the hotel. And what's happening? Oh, we decided we would show the ABBA promotion one final time for this afternoon's presentation. Here we go.
You think the Swedish sensation
Show. How bizarre. Why could I not show it to you? Ha ha! Let me try that one more time. Everybody stay silent.
You think the Swedish
Okay, not meant to be, not meant to be. The hardware is acting up again, but no fears. I've told you enough about it, and I am sure that some of you will be there, some of you may not. That's okay. Let us take a quick look at your comments and see what's going on out there. Many good mornings. Thank you very much for those. Samuel is counting days, flying in on the 31st of this month. How exciting. Boom, 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 boom. More good mornings. More good mornings. Are bus cards available in Puerto Vallarta yet? Not that I know of, Jonathan. Um, I haven't seen any announcements that say that that the bus cards are available in Puerto Vallarta. Whenever I go to Guadalajara, I'm always happy to buy a couple if anybody asks for them, because the Guadalajara cards can be refilled here in Puerto Vallarta. As soon as I hear any changes on that matter, I will be happy to let you know. Let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we have. Did Dr. Simi travel first class? Of course, Dr. Simi traveled first class. How else would you expect Dr. Simi to travel, Laura? He is more of a celebrity than I am. I'm not even a celebrity. Yes, Pam is a legend, but you know, Renee, what is amazing about Pam is Pam, and I don't mean this as an offense, Pam is both extraordinary in what she does and absolutely ordinary as a person, like all of us. We're all, here to connect with one another and to improve our lives and hopefully improve other people's lives. And even though Pam makes a living as a connector and I make a living as a connector, at the end of the day, we are all connectors. And I think that is wonderful if we choose to be connectors, of course. Let's see. The world needs more Pams. Yes, and the world needs more connections. Brandy, may all affected by the waves have speedy recovery, fixing the damage. And thank you, Paco, for keeping us all up to date on the events and news in Puerto Vallarta. When is the next meet and greet? Oh my goodness, we haven't had meet and greets for ages. Somewhere along the lines, I realized that the big meet and greets that we started with were a fun social event. But I started wondering, when I used to see people sitting at their table with their friends and not really interacting with other people, I started wondering how much meeting and how much greeting was actually going on. Then I organized a couple of smaller dinners. Those were a lot of fun to me because we were all sitting on the same table. They were never more than, say, 14 people. And we had great opportunities to get to know one another. But I think the question is important, Brandy. And I think I would love to hear from other people as far as what made meet and greets important. Should we have them again? Are they really for meeting and greeting, or are they just for going out and being seen? Give me some guidance, because at the end of the day, there are many ways in which we can meet and greet, we can connect. So just give me your thoughts either here today, or I may bring it up in a poll in the future. Thank you very much for reminding me of those. Let's see what else. Can't wait for Dia de los Muertos. That makes two of us, Samuel. It's such a beautiful celebration. Is there any word about Barracuda restaurant? Asks Mary. Well, I know that their Cinco de Diciembre location was they got damage. I don't know the extent of it, but I'm comforted to know that Carlos, the owner, they have a second location in Emiliano Zapata, right across the street from Los Muertos Brewing Company. So maybe not only could we get updated information there, but if we care about Barracuda, maybe we should consider having a meal at the other place, the one on Emiliano Zapata, in support. And that's my 2 cents on that situation. Are you sure Dr. Simi didn't travel in cargo? No, I'm not sure, Harold, but I think you're trying to pull my leg. Um, as far as I know, Simi traveled in first class. Simi always travels in my pocket because I have a Dr. Simi keychain, but that's neither here nor there. Uh, Brandy says, yes, meet and greets, please. Um, Tell us why, Brandy. Not necessarily right now, but uh, tell. I am genuinely curious about this. Um, why are we having meet and greets? Why are they important to you? And maybe I'll add that to. I'll put a note on Facebook. I'll put a note on a survey. Um, Let me know because I can see that it is important to some. I'm just curious to know why. Um, and that makes a big difference to me because they take a while to put together and they take effort and they take logistics and they take a trusted venue, which we don't have right now. For a large group, we don't have a trusted venue, or at least not one that I would trust for a large scale meet and greet. So we can take suggestions on that as well. But not today. Today we are done. I'm going to go put the finishing touches on Benny Anderson's presentation this afternoon. I'm so excited. If I don't see you there, I will see you tomorrow morning for more coffee, more headlines, and more stories. Have a great Thursday.